So as this upcoming season approaches, apparently everyone on planet Earth has locked in and guaranteed their NBA Finals matchup for next season. And obviously those two teams that everyone has got going to the NBA Finals are the Brooklyn Nets and the Los Angeles Lakers, with Brooklyn having their big three of Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Kyrie, and the LA Lakers having their newly acquired big three of LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Russell Westbrook, with both teams having pretty good supporting cast, with the Nets, as I'm recording this video, probably going to sign Paul Millsap and probably going to re-sign LaMarcus Aldridge while having Blake Griffin and Joe Harris and all the other guys, and the Lakers obviously getting back some guys that they had in the 2020 bubble run with Rajon Rondo, Dwight Howard, picking up some veterans like Carmelo Anthony, Wayne Ellington, and some young guys like Malik Monk and Kendrick Nunn. So everyone has got those two teams guaranteed to make the NBA Finals. But I'm not everyone. In today's video, I'm going to be explaining why I believe this year's NBA Finals matchup won't be between the Nets and the Lakers. And I'll be giving 3 main reasons why I believe that. But before I get into this video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you enjoy the content coming out of this channel, I would greatly appreciate it as always. Thank you for all the love and support that I've gotten recently from the past few days, especially from the Celtics video that I did. So like I said, subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this. And with all that being said, man, let's just hop right into it. So the first reason that I'll mention why I believe that the Nets and the Lakers won't be the next NBA Finals matchup is obviously injuries. As we all know, injuries play a huge part in the NBA, and it really is a part of playing basketball. Every time anyone says that, the Nets and Lakers are going to be in the finals, they always ended their argument by saying barring injuries, assuming that everyone's healthy, no injuries at all, which we all know is unrealistic. Injuries are going to happen. There's no avoiding it, and it can range from being minor as injuries where players miss a week or two, or it can range to being like a fucking major as injury that can end a player's season. And although every single team has to deal with some injury struggles throughout the season, I believe that there are 2 teams in the NBA that have the highest probability of dealing with injuries. Well, those 2 teams end up being the Brooklyn Nets and the Los Angeles Lakers. As we all know, both of these teams, you can say, are pretty old. They have a whole bunch of veterans. You even got people on Twitter saying that the Lakers are a retirement home. And both teams last season, you can say that their season got derailed due to injuries. Starting with the Lakers, we already know that Anthony Davis, he pretty much has a yearly membership to all the hospitals in Los Angeles. I mean, this man is injury prone. He missed a majority of the regular season, and when it came to playoff time, he got injured again. And obviously with LeBron, although his injury was quite a freak accident with his ankle, obviously he wasn't able to recover 100%, and obviously that was a major contribution to them losing in the first round. And obviously with the Brooklyn Nets, throughout the regular season, Kevin Durant was dealing with a whole bunch of injuries and being in the COVID protocols. And then with James Harden, who we all know who is a pretty durable player in the NBA, he injured his hamstring throughout the regular season, misses a whole bunch of games, and then not even a minute into game 1 versus the Bucks, this man somehow, some way re-injures his hamstring again. And when he came back in the series, he obviously he was not the same. And then with Kyrie, we all know he's a pretty injury prone player. Versus the Bucks, his ankle pretty much went 90 degrees, and there was a whole fiasco with his mental health break. Both teams dealt with a whole lot of injuries last season. Coming to the next season, it could be even worse, since like I said, both teams are pretty old. They have a whole bunch of veterans. With the Lakers, adding Russell Westbrook, he deals with a whole bunch of injuries. So both teams are going to deal with injuries coming the next season, and you never know if that shit can derail both of their seasons. And the next reason why I believe that the Nets and Lakers won't be this year's NBA Finals matchup is the competition they're going to face. Pretty much everyone is assuming and just guaranteeing that the Nets and Lakers are going to have an easy ass path to the finals. I just don't understand why people think this, because in the East you have the Bucks. They're literally the fucking defending champions, and with the East coming stronger, obviously you got Philadelphia, who we don't know what they're doing with Ben Simmons. You got the Chicago Bulls getting better over there. You got the Knicks getting Kemba Walker and Evan Fournier. Obviously you got the Hawks, you got the Heat, you got the Celtics. You got a whole lot of competition in the Eastern Conference that could mess up the Nets' path to the finals. And then you got the Western Conference, obviously. You got the Suns, who beat them in the first round, who I would even say they slightly improved their roster. You obviously got my Nuggets, who we all fucking know when they're healthy, what the fuck they can do out on the court. They got the Jazz, who are always competitive every single year. And then you got the Warriors, who will most likely will be coming back, an even more competitive team than they were last season with Klay Thompson hopefully coming back. And we all know what that man can do alongside with Steph Curry. I would say both teams do not have easy paths going to the finals. They have to put into work. It's not going to be some easy ass shit. And then the final reason that I'm mentioning this video, which doesn't really relate to basketball that much. I just believe that the matchup between the Nets and the Lakers in the finals, that just seems way too good to be true. Like, if you really think about it, the narratives and the storylines that are going to come out between these two teams if they make it to the finals, it literally sounds like an Avengers movie. Like, if you think about it, it's literally the exact same plot of like Captain America Civil War. I mean, you got two super teams with superstars, battling against each other, and then, like I said, the narratives that would come out, former teammates facing off against each other in the finals. You got Kyrie Irving versus LeBron James, Russell Westbrook versus Kevin Durant. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, I would love to watch that NBA finals. Also love to see two toxic ass fan bases go head to head against each other on Twitter. Literally the most toxic shit ever. But like I said, I just believe that shit just seems way too good to be true. If there's anything you could have learned from last season, is that people should expect the unexpected. Let's just be honest. Who thought that last season the Suns would be in the NBA Finals? Fuck it. Who thought that the Suns were going to be the number 2 seed in the Western Conference? No one. No one thought that. Don't expect everything to go perfectly. Things are going to go wrong. I guarantee it. Teams are going to be disappointing, and some teams are going to possibly overachieve. That's how the NBA works. That's how basketball works. As much as I would love to see the finals between the Nets and Lakers, it's not a guarantee. So when it comes finals time, when it's around late May, June next year, and we don't see the Lakers and the Nets shooting up for game 1 against each other in the NBA finals, don't say that I was not right. So that's it for the video. Hope y'all enjoyed it, man. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and enjoy the content coming out of this channel. I would really appreciate it as always. So give me your thoughts down below. And that being said, hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'm out. Peace out, y'all.